Alright, welcome back. It is the Average Gamer Guy with a new episode for Feed the Beast. Last time we had a lot of power production. This time we need to do a little bit of work on the old base. Clear out some space so that we can have some room to expand. It's time to start to engage some other mods, and we need some space to do that. So what I'm making is a filler. So I've got a couple golden gears, a chest, a crafting table, a couple of dandelion yellow, and I need some ink sacs. So I don't have ink sacs right now. While I was mining, I also was down there and found some more spiders, so I ended up making another canvas bag so I didn't have to come up as soon. So there you go. You can color them and have more than one, and they work just the same. So what we're going to do is cycle through some dyes to get some ink sacs. Super handy, the ability to do that. Alright, ink sac, and a filler. That is going to be really handy. In addition, we're going to need 3 redstone torches, 3 lapis. A torch and a lapis gives me a landmark. Also important. In addition to that, I'm going to need another redstone torch. And what I would really like to have the ability to do is redstone. What am I trying to build? Redstone, another redstone energy cell. What did this actually need? That needed some hardened glass and a diamond and some electrum. I believe. Yeah, I have some more pulverized obsidian, so let's do that. And the obsidian and the lead should go ahead and get us some more of the hardened glass. I think, yeah. Ferrous metal and iron, I believe. Yeah, is going to get us some invar. So let me use up some of that, throw this back in a dust chest. Well, that's why I like to have a dust chest, because it is often pretty handy. Actually, let me just take some of that and stick it in there. Actually, let me just take the rest of that, stick it in there. Alright, and what do we have in here? We have tin. I'm just going to grab this ferrous, because I don't really need nickel so much, and then I'm just going to stick that invar in there really quick. As we do this, I really need to get my EU power going, because I would love to have an induction furnace right now that could just steam through all these little extra, hey, I need to smelt this real quick or smelt that real quick. It'd be super neat if I could just sort of power through those, but I can't, so we'll wait. Alright, now I need a diamond, and I only need 4 electrum. Now the only problem with that mine is that it is not down at diamond level, so I have not been getting any diamonds from it. And really, I think I've just about exhausted it at this point, so I don't know but I'll be making many more trips down into it, really. What's wrong here? Oh, it's not invar, duh, it's electrum. What did I do? Did I make invar, and instead I needed to make electrum? Electrum dust. Oh, that's the problem when you have all these different recipes. Oh, electrum is the gold and silver one. Crap! Just made a ton of invar. I don't need any of it. Oh no. Well, so I'm going to have to pulverize these. So I'll be back when I have some electrum. Alright, there we go. I got my electrum and my energy cell frame. Now I just need to run over here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Lots of lag right there. Alright, this has been chugging away, and we're sort of approaching. We have just over 1,000, so it should be going ahead and filling that up. Looks like I put in just a little bit too much. That's okay. While that's doing that, I'll go put my redstone away. Sort my chest so that it looks all nice. Yeah, right in that area, I get a bunch of lag. Maybe it's the water combined with all the machines running or something. I'm not sure. Alright, so I have that. Now I just need some lead, some more electric. Ooh, do I have 3 over here? No. Let me go grab the rest of what's here. So part of the reason we need to do that is these are full, and I need somewhere to store that. But I don't have anywhere to store that just yet. And I don't want to just build a tank over here and store it if that's not where I'm going to end up putting the things that use that. So, a little bit of a conundrum. I should have planned perhaps slightly more. That's electrum with redstone. I don't believe I have one of those. So let me grab 2 redstone. That gets me my, what is that? Redstone conductance coil. A couple lead. 2 lead. And this goes there, that goes here, and that goes there, and I've got another redstone energy cell. Now, it's often handy, I like to have 2 of these things, because you can do stuff like this. I'm going to run down here to my power generation room. First, I'm going to check on this one. Yep, it's full. So I'm going to pop it on out of there. And then I'm going to take this empty one, stick it on in there. This thing remembers what direction it's supposed to be. So now I am charging that one up. And I'm walking around with a full source of power. We can see this is doing fairly well. You know, we're getting there. We're almost halfway. Not quite, but almost. So, let's see. We've got our landmarks. We've got that. What we're going to need next is we are going to need to put the wrench away. While I'm here, I might as well grab some torches. And I'm going to need some bricks. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab 8 bricks. And where's the glass? 8 pieces of glass, 8 pieces of brick. Just to tell the filler what to do. That's always good. I believe that's everything. No, I'm gonna need 2 pieces of. Did I end up using all of my redstone? Nope, there it is. Staring me right in the face. And see, of course I need 2 pieces because you need to so that you can you need 2 pieces so that you can have one as input and one as output. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little bit of work. What do we want? So my options are I can start going down underneath this base, although that's where my power generation room is. I could probably do to clear it out a little bit more. The real question is then going to be, where do I want... So I have this as far as my MJ setup. Where am I going to want my other materials? And I think what we're going to end up with... I think I need to clear out sort of behind these things. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this here, and then we're going to put a redstone signal next to it. And that's going to send it out beams, 64 blocks in every direction. And so what we're going to do is go find where this beam sort of goes. So let me go find that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so, for that, what I've got is I've got a landmark down there, and I've got a landmark down there, and I've got a landmark up there. So that is all that is necessary, so that then when I right-click on this, it will form a red outline. At least it should. Why is it not doing that? There we go. So, now it's making a red three-dimensional box. And what should happen, I can get rid of that. Now I'm going to put this filler down, and all those little things are going to... First, let me get this so that I can move around. When I put this filler down, all those are going to pop off. Boom. And instead, I've got a little frame. So I'm going to go get all of my little things. And I found some ores while I was doing all this. Now, the interesting thing is, through this wall is outside, so we're coming out of the mountain. That could be a problem, but we'll see. I suspect that we will break through. So there are different modes for this. The mode that we're going to use is clear, I believe. Flatten. Flatten's not what we want. I think we want clear. Oh, I'm missing a brick and a piece of glass. Crap. Let me run back here real quick and grab one more piece of glass. And there we go. One more piece of brick. Alright, now we should be able to come over here and add that last piece in and get clear. There we go. So we need this and that. And we're going to need a wrench. Alright, so redstone energy cells provides the power. And I'm going to smack this thing with a I'm going to smack this thing with a wrench, and it should have begun doing its deal. Now it can accept quite a bit of output, so I'm going to give it more, and it'll make it run faster. You can see it's definitely draining the power. And it should be going through from the, I believe it goes from the top down, and is clearing out all the blocks. Yep, there we go. And it's a pretty cool little thing to watch. It doesn't hurt you at all. And unfortunately, you can see that we did break through. Let's see if we can see. Oh, there we go, yeah. You can see it just flying through that stuff with all the speed, all the power we gave it. And you do get some of the blocks, but most of them just get lost. So now we've got a big open area. I'm not entirely certain how we're going to deal with that, but we're going to do something. So let me go ahead and clean this up and close it in and get some of these things, and I will be back. Alright, so this big area in here we now have mostly filled in, but I'm going to need to light it. To light it, I want to make a Wraith Igniter, and to make a Wraith Igniter, I'm going to need a couple of different things. Number one is I'm going to need a craft packet stamper. So here's the recipe for that. A piston, a crafting table, some iron, and some cobble. That gives me a craft packet stamper. And I'm going to need a craft packet maker. So 6 cobble, a piston, and a crafting table. So I'm going to go get those set up, and then I will be back. Okay, so we've got some TNT, almost all of my diamonds into a block of diamond, and some obsidian, and that gets me what's called a craft packet. So I'm going to pick that up. All those items are kind of stored in that thing. I thought you made those with this, and I think you can, but man, I couldn't figure out how. But I do know that once you've made them, you just stick it in here, and it makes what it's supposed to, which are diamond shards. Some of you probably are already aware of what we're going to make. So, let me look at that. Some nether brick. So that's what we're going to be making. We are going to be making, let's put there, and we're going to make a Wrath Igniter. Now, I believe to make a wrath lamp, we need some dark iron, and I think the only way to get that, yeah, I think I need, you know, it's annoying when you try and get a room to generate EU in, and then to light that, you need something you need EU to make. Because I need a compressor. Shucks. Alright, that'll have to wait. Let's put my Wrath Igniter away. And I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way a bit to start, so I'll be back when we're ready to go. Alright, so in order to make some EU power, we're going to get started with that a little bit. This is the recipe for some batteries. We're going to need 3 of those. So there's our 3 batteries, and we're going to need some wooden planks, it looks like. Are they in here? No. Alright. We're also going to need to make a generator, which is an iron furnace that we made sitting over there in the corner, a furnace with 5 iron, another one of those batteries, and some refined iron, which is made by just taking iron and running it through another smelting device, a furnace, a powered furnace, something like that, and out comes refined iron. So there's my generator. Now let's go over here and three, and one of those, and we get a bat box. Not a battery box, that's something different, but a bat box. So now what we have, and we're just going to stick these for now, because none of this is permanent. We're going to stick the generator, nope, we're going to stick the generator right there. And the bat box we're going to stick like this. And I placed it that way so that this plug would show towards me. There's only one side that has that, and that's the side that power comes out of. Now, the generator, I'm just going to put coal in there, and it will generate power. And this, because it's right next to it, will suck that power up, and then it will be able to power other things. But I'm not going to power it with coal. I'm going to power it with coal coke, because it's just more efficient. And hopefully, I won't even go through this whole stack by the time I'm already converting off of it to something else. So you put it in there, it starts to run, and it starts to generate power, which doesn't show up in its internal little battery buffer storage, because it's immediately going over here where we can see it's filling it up. Cool stuff. So, what are we going to use that power for? Well, we're going to use that power for a compressor, which is straight up stone and a machine block. Do I have stone? I do have stone. So a machine block, and I have some refined iron over here. Let's just bring that over here. Okay, it's about time to make some new project tables as well. A machine block is made with 8 refined iron. That gets you a machine block. Now, what is an electronic circuit? There it is. So, it's a refined iron, and we're going to put this in. Okay, refined iron. No, that wasn't right. What was it? Yeah, that is right. A couple redstone and 6 copper cables. And I'm actually going to get several of those because we use them a lot. Now, let me get the stone from over here. And let's jump in right here. And that's going to be a machine block. One of these circuits. And 6 stone gets me a compressor. Now, normally... Uh-oh. Wait. Remember I said a silver and a stick gets you a thing. Now, come here, Mr. Enderman. 2 hits and he's dead. Super handy. So we've got this blocked in. I'm going to have to do something about monsters being up there. Some quartz crystals or something. Okay, let's throw that in there. Now, the compressor, normally I would need some cables running, and I would have this facing down, and I would have some cables coming out and everything. But I don't even need that. I just want to fill up the compressor, because what I really want to do is come over here. No. Come over here. Sure. And I want... How many do I actually need? Craft igniter. I need... Oh, I already have the igniter. That's right. I actually just need as many of these as I can get. Huh. Hesitant to use as much of this iron. 21. But I also don't want to just... So I'm just going to throw it in there. And it's going to take 9 and make an iron block for me. I might try and just... Do I have any other iron? Is that the only iron I have? Yikes. So it's going to be super duper mining time for me. Used up a lot of iron doing different things. Tin, copper, gold, lead, and yeah, I've got some... Oh, wait, I do have some iron here, don't I? Yeah. So let's go ahead and get that cooking up. How's this doing? Okay, we're getting some blocks of iron. That's good. Let's go back over here. Throw that tin in there. Clean out my inventory a little. I like to keep a clean inventory. So I'm going to come back when that stuff is ready to go. Alright, so did some mining, did some more compressing, ended up with 11 blocks of iron. That should be good for now. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set this on the ground. Doesn't really matter how. And I'm doing it in here. I think we'll be okay. There's not much in here. You want to do this kind of away from anything flammable. Oh, you can also see I've also used the filler on that. I think that's where we'll put like a wall of tanks to hold liquids and things. Okay, so this you want to do away from anything flammable. In here we should be fine. So stack up the blocks of iron, take your Wrath Igniter, and you ignite it. Now, it starts to have those weird flames, and it starts to set all of them on fire. And pretty soon, it's going to end up starting other fires. And you can see those are starting to cook into dark iron. Now this will hurt if you touch it, so don't. And the iron, it's cooking away, and now the normal fires start. And yeah, they're not too bad as long as you're not somewhere that spreads fire. You could see if your base was made out of wood or something, that could get out of hand fairly quickly. But there we go. Now we just mine this up. And we've got blocks of dark iron, which of course turn into 4 dark iron ingots. So, oops. Let me go run and put my igniter away before I accidentally set something on fire. Alright, so now I want to make wrath lamps. So we need some glass panes, some dark iron ingots, and some silver. And I'm going to need that back. Silver. No, this. Glass panes. I made glass panes. There they are. Let's see. We're running out of space is what we're doing. So let's do this. Bam. Okay. Some silver. And we'll do that. Now, how do we make this? 2 panes. For those. That. And then you put the igniter in the middle. Now, this is not going to take the igniter. The igniter has a health bar, and it's just going to use some of it. So let's make a wrath lamp. And we'll make 5. Let's just keep going. There we go. And that blew up my igniter, and it also ended up just about using everything, but not quite. So we got 10 wrath lamps. Now these are, well, frankly, they're just really cool. So let's come in here. Just just to see how neat these things really are. You know what I want to do? I sort of want to have these. A little bit of lag, a little bit of lag. Let's grab some cobble. And let's see, let's have one maybe right here. Yeah, this looks like a good spot. That's not what we wanted. Let me climb up there real quick. Alright, that'll be a good place to have it. So let's kill all these torches. Got some dirt to get rid of there. Just getting rid of these, see how dark it gets. Alright, now we're going to put up, it's still kind of light coming in here. Let's just block this up real quick. Alright. No, oh, there's one torch left. That's why it's so light. There we go. Now, wrath lamp. Boom. See? Look at that. Very, very bright. Because this is a pretty big space. So, for that one to light up that much, that's pretty good. This area not so much because that's going to get filled with things, but I do want to put maybe another one definitely over here. And this time, let's do this. It's looking good, and then one more over here. And our last one over here. I think those all ended up one lower than that one. Is that what I did? 1, 2, 3. Oh, crap. Let's see. Alright, well let me get these repositioned and then we'll be back. Alright, so if we're going to have all these tanks back in that room, we're going to need some valves. We're going to make some zirconium tanks. So, because we have quite a bit of zirconite, not a ton, but enough. So, if we have this, we need some engineering blocks. And those are made, doesn't matter what color, they all make the same. We're going to use blue, because the valve is blue. I don't know if that really matters or not, but we're going to do it. I don't think it does. So, we need some zirconite ingots, which you can smelt raw zirconite, and it pops that out. And we need some sort of stone brick thing. So, we have stone... Let me put my stone brick in place of that brick. So, I believe the recipe was this. Yes. So we'll just grab a bunch of that. That should be good. Now, we do have our iron bars, and that is 4 iron bars plus some engineering, and then we need buckets. So let's get 1, 2, 3 maybe. Oh. I wonder why I pulled it out. Oh, because I... Well, let me just do that then. That'll use up all of that, but it won't do... because I used up my bucket and there was no other bucket in the inventory, it went ahead and erased the recipe. But in this case, the other bucket is still there, and so it kept it. And then now we're done. Let's see, tin back, cobble. Well, you know what? Just a little cobble back in here, And our bricks can go in there. And now we've got some valves. Alright, we're getting there. We're making progress. So I've outlined where the tanks are sort of going to be. Let me throw this there. Now what I haven't figured out is how I want the valves to sort of work. So I'm thinking... I really wish I had a better source of clay. I would like to make those out of bricks. Just because it looks kind of neat. So let me go see if I can rustle up some clay. I think there might be a... red cobblestone and 3 buckets of water. That's intriguing. Oh, some gravel makes a clay, but only 1 clay. Sludge, clay dust. I don't have an industrial centrifuge. I also do not have a carpenter. I do have some red cobblestone though from an adventure before. I could go mine a bunch of that. Although, without an automated way to bring the water in, that would be kind of annoying. So I think we might end up doing the gravel method. Let's just see how painful that is on my medium stone here. Ah, I made a bunch more craft tables, a couple stacks of wood, just because you know, I tend to use them quite often, and I like to have. You can see they get filled up. Alright, so, oh, that wasn't too bad. I mean, it's noticeable that there was a change there, but it wasn't atrocious. So let's get that smelting up into bricks, and I will come back when I've got a little bit of a layout going. Alright. Alright, so, some progress has been made. We're not finished yet, but we've made some progress. So here's what we got. I've used the filler to sort of sculpt out this area. There's the iron tank where my lava is being stored. And over here are the 2 tanks where my creosote oil is being... Let me throw a pig for monster spawn here. My creosote oil is being stored in those coke ovens that I would like to store in one of these tanks. And I cleared this out because my idea is, depending on where all the other items are that are going to be generating liquids that I need to store, if they're not directly in here, then they're going to need liquid ducts in, and they might need liquid ducts out, going to machines somewhere else. So I made sure I had enough room where I could run a couple pipes in areas, maybe some power if I needed to. Basically, this is like a utility, ditch or something, where you would dump all your power lines and liquid lines and stuff. So we did that, and then I need to make some more liquid ducts, because I certainly don't have enough to go from there all the way over to, here's the tank that I built. So it'll have an input valve in the bottom, and then it'll have an output valve here. That's not, now that I'm looking at this, that's not really where I would want it. So I'm probably going to do something else with that. Some sort of maybe input valve also on the bottom so that you can pull... Yeah. Because I certainly don't want liquid ducts coming out of here where this is where I'm trying to walk. That's not really what I would want. So, yeah, I'll have to restructure this a little. These Zycraft tanks, they store their information on this block, so you can break any block other than the valve and it will retain the liquid information. If you break the valve, it breaks the block itself and loses the information, whereas the iron tank, it stores all of its information in the center block on the bottom level. You can break any block except the center block on the bottom level, and you're fine. So Zycraft, it's the valve. Railcraft, it's that bottom block. Regardless, this has no liquid in it, so it doesn't matter if we do break that. Alright, so that's all going to happen on the next episode, because we are out of time. And I think it's a pretty good stopping place. Just starting to sort of get everything situated, planned out, sorted. I think it's a good place to stop. So I will see you next time. This is the Average Gamer Guy. We're playing Feed the Beast. Have a good day.